What's going on, guys? Oneeyedbandit back again with another video, and today I actually have an information type video for you for Call of Duty World War II. Basically, the beta drops on Friday, the second beta at least. The first beta weekend happened already, and it was pretty dope. It was fun, but obviously it's a beta and it needed its fixes. And so basically, beta number 2 will have those fixes. Call of Duty a couple days ago released, basically, I wouldn't say patches. It was more feedback that they were going to address in the second beta, basically to improve the beta in itself. Obviously, it's not the full release of the game, and the full release of the game will have even better improvements than both of these betas combined. I said betters, that's funny. But basically here I have just pretty much what I'm excited for that they're about to fix for the second beta, and you guys can probably be excited for it as well. It's just a little bit of list of things. I'm gonna have the link in the description as well as it playing in the background, but really it's literally just a list of things that they're gonna fix. And literally the very first thing that I see on here that caught my eye at first, because I played a lot with my clan or my teammates who I play with the most, was them adjusting the domination kills to 100 points from 50, because oh my gosh, was that a nightmare to play domination with just 50 points of kill. Do you know how long it would take just to get a UAV? Like, it takes 10 points just to get a UAV if you weren't capturing flags. I mean, granted, the objective of the game mode is to capture flags, but like, if you can't get your kill streaks while you're doing that, it's almost like, what's the point? And I'm glad that they're addressing that, because it really needed to be done. And up next, they're increasing the TDM in-match score to 100. Basically, all the past Call of Duties have done this now. I'm pretty sure it started with Advanced Warfare actually, and so they decided to keep the trend going. So 100 kills in TDM, just because 75 just isn't quite enough anymore, and that just leaves room for me to try to get more 50 plus game kills, or 50 plus games. Kill games. It's so hard to say but you get what I'm trying to say. TDM will go on for a little bit longer, and people can try to get those better scores now that the match hasn't scored. They're going to include better audio and more obvious headshot indicators and improvements on that. I don't really care about. I thought it was pretty fine. I didn't really notice anything too bad about it. They're reducing the Molotov to 1 per score streak. Now, recently it was every time you got a 3 kill streak, basically, with the Molotov, or a 300 score, you would get 2. And the Molotovs, I wouldn't say are OP. If you got a direct hit, you would obviously see your enemy go up in flames and they would burn. It would be one shot, but from, like, if you just threw it on the ground, it wouldn't really cause a problem, but a little bit of damage. But I mean, the fact that you got 2 and every 3 kills pretty much, especially if that's the only streak you had on or something like that, it could get pretty like crazy. It's a lot. Could you just imagine domination with Molotovs, like 2 at a time, like 100? Like, imagine 100 points per kill domination, getting Molotovs over and over and over. The flags would always be on fire. So I don't really care that they fixed that, because I didn't really run into too many issues with the Molotov, but it's definitely cool that they're fixing it to just 1. Up next is their sprint out to ADS time refinement. ADS stands for I'm blanking out, but I'm sure if you look it up on the internet, you can figure out what that means. Aim down sight is what it means. I'm freaking slow as heck, but basically they're just gonna fine tune that to where it, when you stop running and you put up your sights, it works a little better. I noticed this kind of did affect my gameplays a little bit, so I'm pretty glad they're fixing that. Incendiary shells as default off, and perhaps needs to be nerfed. This is a big one. Shotguns were kind of like a huge thing in the first beta, and yeah, they I wouldn't say they need to be nerfed. If anything, the incendiary shells like I just recently found out that there's only like 4 incendiary shells, but every time you die you get them back. It's kind of like crazy, the damage that they could do, you know, because they literally light you on fire if you're close enough, and you just pretty much burn. One of my friends though suggested if they're going to nerf the incendiary shells, they might as well buff the actual shotgun, because he was telling me when he was using it, he would get a lot of hit markers on multiple shotguns that he was using. And so I could understand that, but the incendiary shells were pretty wild, and they kind of ruled the beta. Paratrooper strength / cost balancing. Oh my gosh, my first beta video was me releasing it wasn't. My second beta video on my channel was releasing footage of paratroopers, and to me how bad they were. So it seems they're either going to make them stronger and cost like maybe the same, or make them weaker and cost less. Either way it goes, something needs to be done about the paratroopers, because they are low-key trash, and I would like to actually use a high kill streak, you know, that's actually good, especially if, you know, it's the only super high kill streak in a beta like this. Recon aircraft too vulnerable to rifle damage, so it seems like they're going to fix that. The funny part about this is if you shot at a recon aircraft with 4 bullets from an MX Grand, it would take it down. Now I would say that is fairly vulnerable, so it's pretty dope that they're fixing this. Up next is a colorblind support option. This doesn't really matter unless you're colorblind, obviously, but to me it kind of does, because I actually like to put the colorblind option on, just because I like to have the different colored arrows and dots on my screen, because I think it actually looks pretty nice or cool or whatever. So that's just a personal preference. And then bumper jumper and other key controller configurations. I have no really idea what that means, but you guys can I'm sure go on the website and figure out for yourselves what that means or whatever, or you might already know what it means. And that's pretty much basically it. That was a list of what they're hoping to fix. There was more, but it was more of them pretty much like saying thanks for playing, and we're gonna address the things that you guys want fixed, and we're gonna do our best to make this beta doper and to make the actual full release of the game better. And I applaud them for that. So shout out to Sledgehammer Games, you know, shout out to the Call of Duty team. I think it's pretty dope that they're allowing this to go on. But like I said, the beta weekend 2 starts Friday. I have no idea if it'll start early again. This video is dropping on a Thursday. I don't know if it'll come out, you know, later today on this Thursday, like they did last weekend. It'd be dope because that's a 5-day weekend, right? Beta weekend pretty much, and that'd be epic. You know, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and a little bit of Monday they had it going through too. But anyways, guys, if you enjoy, please like, comment, and subscribe. Especially hit the like button if you're excited for beta weekend 2. My name is Oneeyedbandit. Please come join the Bandit Army. Peace out.